Hey everybody, what's going on? Just going to comment on some F-22 planes that I built. I built 4 of them now. All of them with the same design. There's another one up there on the wall. My first one ever. Obviously nothing left of that now, but just going to talk about a couple things. I made different versions of it, just basically telling you what works and what doesn't work. So on the plans that I got, it was off rcgroups.com, and I can't remember the owner that actually developed the plan, but this is basically how he intended the plane to look, with the notches here on the ailerons. One thing I noticed when you build that, it'll pitch up and down okay, but the roll is almost non-existent. I could keep it in the air, but actually doing like a barrel roll or something was just not even possible, really. And obviously I've done some of my own crap. I put KF airfoil on here. Kind of see it from that angle. And also the vertical stabilizers are actually completely vertical versus original design where you would have the vertical stabilizers in a V like that. One thing I noticed on the first plane that I built, this one here, I had it set up just like this one. And one thing that was really nice about it is it would do high alpha really well, but then you get some wing rock when you get too slow. Nothing that a servo or a gyro shouldn't be able to take care of. But on this design, with the completely vertical stabilizers, when you get into high alpha, the wing rock is terrible. Like, you can't even keep it up. So I don't really know why it is, but the V-tail vertical stabilizers are definitely better for high alpha versus the perfectly horizontal ones at 90 degrees. A couple other things. As you can see, my elevator back here is a lot bigger if you can compare it to the original one. A lot uglier, but the difference between those two elevators is this plane can actually barrel roll, whereas that one, you have a hard time even turning with it. This one is also the first one that I tried putting rudders on. I have 2 servos. I haven't mixed them together yet with my DXI, but when I do, I'll be able to do air brake. Right now I just have them mixed with like a aileron mixer where you use 2 servos on one channel, so they work independently from each other. So if I want to turn right, they both turn one direction. If I turn left, they both go that direction as well. Really helps out with the turning. With the aileron set up like this, you are able to turn. You can barrel roll, not very quickly, but you can. But with the rudders, that's a night and day difference. You can actually turn this plane around very, very quickly. And the extra weight didn't really affect it either. I've got 2 9-gram servos running back to those. Microjet version 3 is pretty much what I use on all these planes. With a 6x4 prop. It's actually hit the ground, so it's a little shorter, maybe 5.5x4. And I forgot to put carbon in the back, so those are popsicle sticks stiffening it up back there. Another thing I did is I put a little piece of a vertical stabilizer right in the prop wash there. That really helps with the high alpha, because obviously when the plane's pitched up like this and going forward, you're not getting much wind over the vertical stabilizers. So having this little piece down here with the prop wash flowing right over it seems to really help. I can hold this thing in a high alpha pretty good. But that's pretty much everything on these. I normally put a magnet in there, but I'm out of magnets, so I'm using tape to hold that. 25 amp ESC. Oh, something else I meant to talk about. I picked up these Spectrum DSM2. Well, they're not Spectrum, but they're for the D6i DSM2 receivers, 6-channel. Pick them up off of hobbycity.com. They don't come with a shrink wrap on them. I don't have one that doesn't have shrink wrap to show you, but basically I just picked up some shrink wrap from the hardware store and then shrink wrapped the actual chip. 2 antennas out the back. The range is really great on these. They're only 15 bucks a pop. One problem though, actually with this one, I had this one in this plane originally, and it kept pitching for no reason. Like, I'd be flying a straight line and then the plane would just completely flip backwards, upside down, left, right, and like for no reason. And I thought it was the wind catching the nose, which is why I cut the nose off of this one, obviously, compared to that one there. It has no nose. But it was still doing the same thing, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. But I bought 4 of these originally, so I stuck another one in, and now it flies perfect, brand new, like nothing was ever wrong with it. So I'm not gonna say this was the issue yet. I gotta do some more testing on it, but this actually I think was causing the problem. So only 15 bucks in the hole versus, you know, $50 for a Park Flyer one from Spectrum. So, but the other three work perfect. So no issues there really. I'll do some more testing on that to see if that's actually the issue. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say today. So everybody have a good day and subscribe.